All right, so for today's explainer, we're diving into something, well, a little different. We're not looking at a dense academic paper or a news article. Nope, we're cracking open a high school textbook. And I know what you're thinking. A textbook? Really? Isn't that just, grammar rules and old poetry? Well, usually, yeah, but this one goes a whole lot further. It asks some questions about modern life that are frankly pretty deep, and the answers it offers, they are definitely not what you'd expect.
So here it is. This is the main course book for 10th graders in India. And what's inside, as we're going to see, isn't just about acing a test. It's packed with these powerful, super practical, and sometimes, honestly, kind of startling lessons on how to just navigate life.
Okay, so the very first unit is on health and medicine, but it doesn't kick off with the food pyramid or the benefits of jogging. It jumps, feet first, right into a problem that, let's be honest, probably affects almost every single one of us: the sleep deficit. And what's so smart about this is how the book makes it immediately real. It's not just statistics. It's a quote from a real-sounding person, a 28-year-old manager. Suddenly, this isn't some abstract health issue. It's the actual lived reality for millions of people, and the textbook gives that reality a name and a voice. And it doesn't stop there. To really hammer home the consequences, it tells the story of this marketing executive who's so tired and jet-lagged that he actually falls asleep behind the wheel at a traffic light. It's such a vivid, potent warning that our hustle culture, our go, go, go lifestyle can put all of us in real danger if we just ignore what our bodies need. The book does not pull any punches here. It lays out the stakes so clearly. This isn't just about feeling a little groggy in the morning. No, it connects chronic sleep loss to some of the biggest, scariest health problems out there. The message is loud and clear. This is a full-blown health crisis, not just a minor inconvenience. So, after hitting you with that really stark warning, where do you think the textbook goes? A chapter on medication? A guide to sleep clinics? Nope. It pivots to something completely unexpected, a truly unique prescription for all that modern-day stress. You heard that right. Laughter yoga. I mean, how cool is that? Instead of just giving you a list of clinical solutions, it introduces these 10th graders to a holistic, community-focused practice. The book is basically suggesting that one of the most powerful medicines we have for the pressure of our lives might just be a good, genuine belly laugh with other people. So how in the world does this work? Well, the textbook explains the core concept, which is motion creates emotion. The whole idea is that you don't have to wait for your brain to find something funny. You can start with your body. You can choose to laugh, to clap, to do these playful exercises, and that physical action sends signals to your brain that it's time to feel happy. You can literally act your way into feeling better. It's amazing.
Then the book breaks down why kids are naturals at this and why we adults, well, we kind of stink at it. Kids, they're on a body-to-mind model. They laugh, and then they feel happy. Simple. But adults, we're stuck in a mind-to-body loop. We have to analyze something, decide if it's funny, and then maybe we'll laugh. We worry about what other people will think, which the book calls the LKK syndrome, from the Hindi phrase log kya kahenge, or what will people say. The whole point of laughter yoga is to get us adults to break free from that and get back to just playing.
Okay, now this next section is where this textbook's teaching style gets really, really powerful. To teach students about choices, discipline, and consequences, it doesn't give you a boring list of do's and don'ts, no. It tells two absolutely incredible and completely opposite life stories.
On the one hand, you have a story of just pure excess, of consumption gone wild. And on the other hand, you have a story of absolute discipline, of grit, of rising up from literally nothing. And by putting these two lives right next to each other, the book teaches this unforgettable lesson about how our daily choices can lead us down two totally different roads.
First, we get the cautionary tale. We're introduced to Walter Hudson, who, at his heaviest, weighed 540 kilograms. That's almost 1,200 pounds. And the book presents his story not just for shock value, but as a real-life example of the ultimate endpoint of a life without any restraint. And just look at this. The breakdown of his daily diet in the textbook is just staggering. I mean, it's hard to even comprehend. We're talking 32 sausages for breakfast. This isn't just a big appetite. It's a level of consumption that's almost beyond imagination. And seeing it laid out like this makes the idea of excess so brutally concrete. His entire life, his whole struggle, is just boiled down into his own words right here. This single quote, It cuts through everything. It's this raw, powerful confession of the one single thing that drove him, and sadly, the thing that led to his death from a heart attack. And then, just when you're processing that story, the book does a complete 180. It flips the script entirely. We go from a story of being literally trapped by consumption to a story about finding freedom through discipline. We get the incredible story of Indian golfer Ashok Kumar. I mean, the arc of this guy's life is just unbelievable. He started with nothing, zero. He was literally sleeping in a stable. He even got suspended from his job as a caddy just because he wanted to practice golf himself. But through sheer relentless hard work, he climbed all the way to the top of his sport in India. It's the ultimate rags to riches story, and it's the perfect, powerful opposite to Walter Hudson's life. So let's step back for a second. When you put all of these pieces together, the urgent warnings about sleep, the idea of laughter as medicine, and these two extreme life stories, what is this textbook actually teaching? Because it's clearly way more than just English. What we're looking at is basically a curriculum for living in the 21st century. It's using relevant, real-world problems to grab students' attention. It's opening their minds to solutions that are way outside the box. And most importantly, it's teaching massive life lessons about discipline, about resilience, about the power of your choices, not by lecturing, but by showing them through these unforgettable stories. It's just a profoundly smart way to teach. And that really brings us to the final question, doesn't it? If an English class is talking about sleep debt, laughter clubs, the heaviest man in the world, and a golfer who came from nothing, maybe the biggest lesson here has nothing to do with verbs or nouns at all. Maybe it's that the best kind of education isn't just about preparing you for an exam, it's about preparing you for life. It's literally, all right,